if he's still in Japan. Like
Well,
he just
maybe
didn't
he
make it
is
back.
still in Japan because we don't know where he is.
I wonder if my dreams of being kidnapped by the Yakuza happened to him.
I mean, he's having a little too much fun in Japan, so maybe he's been quiet. So maybe he did get kidnapped by the Yakuza.
Maybe he owes a mighty debt to the Yamaguchi
Hmm.
Gumi. He went to the pachinko parlor and didn't pay.
He went to an onsen, a public onsen, with his tattoos.
Yep. And he got to
Got
work as a
recruited.
bouncer with the Nigerians. It's trapped forever.
Oh wow, that'd be
You gotta give it
crazy,
to
right?
people, otherwise the Russians gonna get you.
The Russians.
Yeah, that's who works for the Yakuza. Russians and Nigerians.
All right. I mean,
Sprinkle of Jamaicans here and there.
man, you have a valid point. We saw them out there, so like it wasn't like a
Hey bro, hey bro.
come to the club.
I'm having flashbacks here. Oh shit. Oh god.
Well, this is another episode of Brotaku Block. Gym Leader Brock here. We also have Mighty Mauricio and Tiffzilla, aka the Savior of Daylight.
You're welcome.
How's it feel being a savior? Are you tired?
Yes.
As you all may have noticed, there's no Prince Petty. He's missing. He's MIA.
He's paying his dues to I forgot the band's name. I think it's Shinochi Kaneda or something. The leader of the
Yes.
Yamaguchi Gumi.
He's over there getting his stamps in Japan. So
Not the stamps.
it's crazy. Not to like detract too much about it, but it's the way he was talking about the travel that has like been boosted to like deter tourism is crazy. Like the travel cost is like insane now.
Oh, to get there and get around?
Well, to get around, like in like Tokyo and stuff, like it's just like extortion. It sounds like.
Yeah, I know the JR pass jumped up like $100, which is wild.
Yeah, like, and from what he was saying, the time I talked to him, like it gets crowded. Like it's a bunch of tourism. Like it's just a bunch of tourists everywhere. So he even ran into people that he didn't even know were in Japan. It's like, how do you run into friends that are in Japan when you're in Japan? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I could see like $20 increase maybe, but like $100 is heinous.
Yeah. So things to consider if you anyone out there wants to travel to Japan, or even for us, like, that travel gonna get you. So save up for it. So what's been going on in the world, Mauricio?
Nasty niggas.
Nasty. All right. What's going on? Tell me more.
So I'm sure by now we've all seen the internet sensationalized scene of Nanami grabbing a homeboy's ponytail and giving an ultimatum on Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, I knew his merch was going to sell because of that, but I was at a con this weekend and a car decal place was selling mostly JJK stuff, and Nanami sold out like days before Gojo, which is wild.
Oh wow.
And not even from that scene. It was just his face with his glasses on. Just him looking over your window or looking over the door sill of your car. That sold out. That was the number one thing that sold out immediately. I was like, okay, all right.
They saw that one scene and they're like, daddy.
Yeah.
It was also as far as I could tell, the most cosplayed character.
Oh yeah.
I saw.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Not by much, but it was my number one, I believe, from what I was sitting in there.
I was waiting for somebody to come over to the table because there was a lot of young black men, and I wanted to be like, all right, now don't be choking no white women because don't reenact that shit, bro. Don't do it.
Don't get caught up.
I don't care. I don't care if she says she wants you to. Don't do it. Leave that shit alone. But nah, then on top of that,
as soon as you piss them off.
On top of that, somebody at the cosplay masquerade cosplaying Bowser changed his scene with his Princess Peach pillow and started kissing it, and then put it on the floor and started giving it slow strokes. Yeah.
Not the audacity, but he needed his ass beat.
Yeah, he needs his ass beat. Because let's just say the staff was too stunned to speak. So they didn't do anything.
They weren't going to do nothing no way.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. It just kind of happened. I was like,
Were there kids around?
Of course.
Of course.
So now everyone's in an uproar and wants him banned, and I'm like, they could ban him or not, and he'll probably just be scared to come back. Because if you ban him, I mean, if there wasn't anything in place to say you couldn't do that, then he could sue. Not that he's going to. He's a weeb. But
Hopefully somebody done tagged him by now, and not like
oh
in a
yeah, they know
bad way,
exactly
but
who he
like,
is.
yeah, just y'all already publicly chastised that man. Hopefully he just takes the L. They'd be like, you know what, y'all right. I was going too far. You right. He just recluses back into his like, I'm not going home. No more pillows in public. I'm just gonna leave it at home.
They need the that nun from Game of Thrones to ring the shame bell whenever he walks through. To start ringing the bell.
You know, that would be a great cosplay at every con because
Facts.
I feel like that needs to happen more often.
I've been trying to figure out who he is, or not specifically who he is, but like who, if he's the Bowser I think I saw, because there was a dude walking around in a Bowser costume, and his shoes looked like he was running from alligators, like 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 old Disney cartoons, like how the shoes used to be talking, just
Yeah.
barely hanging on, and like he out here like that in 2023, and I was like, come on now, like.
Hey, you just reminded me. Is the list safe for the podcast?
What list?
The list of stuff you see at a con.
I'm gonna say it.
This shit's hilarious, bro.
Okay, hold on, let me pull it up.
now I'm interested. I don't even know if I know the list.
We were manning a con table. I don't gotta say which con because you probably already know, but I'm not gonna say it so close to this bullshit right now. But we were at a table, and I got it's boring, not much going on, so I started taking a list of things I saw. I forgot to do it Saturday, so this was just Friday and Sunday numbers. But toe walkers 2, forward leaners 2, no name shoes 4, 3 of which were the same no name shoe with the same colorway.
Damn.
Some Amazon shit.
Gotta be. Big guy with no undershirt 2. That's surprisingly low. Black people who don't understand their hair and aren't biracial 2, only 2, and I only saw one underbelly. That's also surprisingly low.
I feel like we need to do this from now on. Like this is too funny.
Does everybody keep a list and tally it up at the end?
Right. Like making a spreadsheet.
Honestly, those are really good numbers. Like I'm proud.
Yeah. Out of like hundreds and hundreds of people probably. Like
and even though like I forgot to do it for Saturday, like I saw the same people over and over. So
if anybody's offended by it, look at this as a positive. Your numbers are dwindling. People are getting cleaner.
Hey man, you can't tie any of those specific things specifically to any sort of thing that could get us in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like honestly, one of those, I'm not going to say who, but a person we know knew the person, and they were telling me how everything else checks out. Like they don't smell, like they don't seem like they have anything going on with them. Their parents seem normal. They just didn't know what to do with their hair, and nothing checked out. Like, and we were just trying to crack that mystery of like why. And at the end, all I had was just like they're either that nerdy that they just don't think about it, or maybe it's a financial thing.
Nah, it's so weird because the simple answer would be just get a haircut. Like man or woman, just cut it.
Just keep it low.
Yeah, wear wigs.
Yeah, so it had to just be that they just did not care about it enough.
So it register.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of things that should register,
oh Lord,
I walked past somebody with actual. I don't have to even see it to know there was actual shit.
I forgot
in somebody's pants. Oh, you know how like there's a fart smell and then there's like physical turd.
You know when that smell is potent.
Like, yeah, like it was raw.
Like it's
raw shit.
Look,
like fresh squeeze out the booty hole. Like
there's like a fart. There's like a fart when like the shit's on the way. Like you need to go to the toilet right now. And then there's like that smell that's beyond that. And that's the way they described it to me. It was like, it is here. We're in it.
It's stewing.
And they were still shopping.
Just standing. I was,
I was like, did you figure out who it was? They're like, no, we ran away.
like
Save yourself.
it was me and Cherry from Kit Kat, right? Like as we walked past, we both, without looking at each other, both go, "Oh my god!" like out loud, like
I believe
into
it
the
because
ether.
both of y'all are the ones that would like not give a shit about nobody's feelings.
Nope.
It's my dodo.
I was like, wow.
What the fuck is that?
Which reminds me, speaking of feelings, our other friend Opium.
I'm just picturing y'all run away from like an explosion.
Do you remember on the was it Saturday or it had to be Saturday? Our friend Opium went to the restroom, and when she came out, she said she had
Mama
yelled
named
at
her
somebody to
Opium.
wash their hands, and the girl
Yeah.
looked at her and just walked out.
Yeah, look, I used to do that at anime cons, and like, but here's the like, it's one thing for dudes because like I'm used to nasty niggas, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
so like I've done that before. It's like, excuse me, you gotta wash your hands, and they just kind of look at you and they walk out, whatever. But like when I hear about women doing it, I'm like, bro,
Yeah, that's a different demon.
yeah.
That's a different level. I don't
Because
want
it's
no
not even
parts of
something
that.
that's like anime con specific. Like, so I see niggas do that at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, I see people. I see everywhere I go. It's a public place. Someone does it. Like
I don't know. I just get
it's
really
common.
mad when, like, I mean, you could call this. I don't know if it's sexism or not. You call me out on it, but I get really mad when I see nasty women. Like, I
Hey man,
expect dudes to be nasty, like in a sense.
Like you
Like,
have a higher
I don't.
expectation.
Yeah, higher standards. But
mine
when I
Yeah.
is
see nasty
anyone.
women, I get mad.
Mine is anyone who used a stall. So if you went in there and closed the door, then you were touching things that need to be. That means you should wash your hands. Like,
You touch the stall door.
I mean, you can still get pissed
yeah.
on your hands at the urinal,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but you
But
give
like,
me the
if I see
benefit
a
of the doubt.
dude leaving from shitting,
You nasty.
because I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
get I get
And they
You
grab the
don't
door
wipe and
handle.
actually
everything.
angry.
I hope.
Yeah, like oh
Maybe that
man.
was that one person problem. Maybe he just
I
really
don't
want to wash
wipe.
his hands, so he skipped a step.
I
After a
just
squat, I don't wipe.
I just don't
No need
understand,
to
man.
wash my hands.
It's the weirdest thing in the world. Why wouldn't you wash your hands? Like
Maybe he was confident in the Taco Bell he had, and he just stood over that toilet and just went.
maybe, yeah.
Just-
Shot out like a missile.
Clean one piece.
I found the one piece. Oh man.
Prince Petty would appreciate that.
Oh man, they're gonna take us off the air.
You know, that's the crazy part too. Look, not like I mean, we're still on anime, right? Because this is still like anime came from Japan. These are the same niggas who dream of going to Japan. Where
Yeah.
I
They've
used the
got super
bathroom so
toilets.
clean in Japan that you could sleep in there.
Man, look,
Like
I
Mhm.
it
was
was
impressed.
spotless, and they provided seat cleaner for you for before and after you sat on it, and it warmed up. Like these are the same people who want to go to a place like that and they don't wash their hands. Nasty fucks. They're not gonna want you over
Using the
there.
toilet in Japan was a luxury.
Yeah, it was. Man.
Anyway,
Sorry.
I guess this is an anime podcast. So what? What's
Yeah.
been going on?
Isn't there a Toilet Coon anime? See, we're still on track.
There is, and I watch it. But
See?
what's going
We're
on?
doing
Chris?
good. We're doing good.
Anime news, Tipzilla.
All right, we got a few things here. This news came out the day after we talked about Crunchyroll's channel, their
Mm.
streaming channel. They're adding an Amazon Prime subscription service. So you know how Prime has like you can get like Showtime and HBO and all that stuff through Prime. It's just that. So it's still not its own app. So like you know how we already subscribe to Crunchyroll. We can't just put our login information and then watch Crunchyroll through Amazon. It's if you subscribe through Amazon. So don't get excited. Yeah.
Okay.
That's that shit.
Okay.
How I think how Prince Freddie was talking about how he ended up getting charged twice for Shutter or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna mess with it.
I
Fuck
mean,
around and get
it might
two
be a good
charges.
it's a good way, like a gateway way to get people who have Amazon, maybe get,
Yeah, if they don't already have Crunchyroll.
yeah, and they're like bidding Paramount Plus or Showtime or whatever through Amazon, they would be like, oh, bet, just add that on.
Or maybe if like if they're really in need of a better way to watch Crunchyroll without turning PlayStation or something,
True. That'd
maybe
be the way to
they'll
use your
cancel
TV.
this subscription and restart it through Amazon. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like that would still be a lesser thing, but whatever.
That's how
Yeah.
you
So
use your Samsung TV. You use Amazon to go through that to get the Crunchyroll.
Mm.
I don't do it. I feel like it's still going to be a what's the word I'm looking for? A lesser service, even less
Hmm.
features or something.
Oh, for
It's probably
sure.
gonna break. It's new.
But yeah, so that starts early 2024 apparently. US, UK, and a couple other places. Germany, Canada. Uh, Next up, we got I can't remember if we mentioned this before or not, but I apologize if we did. Sung Kang, better known as Han from Fast and the Furious, he's trying to direct an initial D film. I know it's been posted that he is going to,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but none of that's official. Nothing's greenlit. He's just trying to get it going, and he's trying to be the one to direct it. So hands up, send Han energy because in Han we trust. I don't know
If
if he's
there.
directed anything before, but he is good friends with Justin Lin,
Hmm.
who directed and remastered the Fast and the Furious franchise. Not all of them, but the most movies out of them. Like he's
Hmm.
Yeah.
definitely like he got it on the direction from just being just the random street racing movies to full blown heist slash super spy slash we love all this ridiculous shit. Let's go movies.
Sci-fi
Um,
stuff.
yeah, but most importantly, anime. Fast and the Furious is anime. I've said that before, but just in case you knew, I'm gonna say it again. Fast and the Furious is anime because of Justin Lin, who took it over with Tokyo Drift, and I can talk about that for hours. But if Sung Kang is friends with Justin Lin, and he's going to get some help there,
Facts.
and they both probably weebs. Let's face it. If he wants to direct an initial D movie, then he's a weeb, and he's really into cars. So weebs plus cars. I mean, initial D makes sense. But yeah, he was talking about that on his car podcast. What's it called? He got a car podcast. You can look it up. But yeah, so hopefully somebody believes in him the way I do, and they can get that done. Side note: I know some people shit on it. I actually kind of like the Chinese initial D movie that the live action one that they have.
I still gotta check it out.
It's not like specific to the manga and anime. They
Hmm.
changed some things, but for what it is, it was pretty fun. Last time I checked, it was still on Netflix.
I do
Okay.
want car stuff to calm down for a while because I was looking at cars the other day and Skyline, a new Skyline is 120,000, and I ain't got that. So, and old Skyline is probably still 60
I
to
feel like
get one
old
imported.
Skyline more.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's
Yeah.
more. Well, a fully refurbed one, yeah, you're back at 120. But just to get one that somebody's uncle had in the Navy, it's probably still 60. So, like, I need for the car scene to calm down, the entertainment, so the scene calms down. Everything's too
Never.
high right now.
Well, the issue now is that EV is such a thing that's happening forcefully. So like anything that's gas is like it's gonna go up regardless because now it's more they're not making any.
Well,
Yo,
Ford
facts.
just, I guess it depends who, because Ford just scrapped their whole EV line because then nobody buy this shit. But
Wait, really?
also, but think about it, customer base.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
America,
Ford was
America.
forcing it, and the folks who are like hardcore Ford, they ain't want no EV yet. Like
I want no goddamn electricity.
and like
I
I can
want
understand
gas.
having a yes,
I
but I can
want
understand
diesel.
having a an electric car, but like they made the Mustang and F-150 electric like off the bat, and I was like, that was a bold move, Ford, and they scrapped all that shit apparently.
That
So
lightning was nasty though. The truck?
Oh, okay. I was like, what's that? I don't know what
Yeah.
that is.
I mean, they're probably just against it off of GP, whether or not it was like how it actually functioned and
Yeah,
all
that
that.
Ford Mustang looked ugly, so I'm not gonna hold you. It probably makes
Didn't even
sense.
look like a Mustang. It
Oh, the
looked
little
like
SUV
No,
thing?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that was dumb. That one was dumb.
the front
I
was all
think
plastic looking. That pony looked despicable.
I think they were just trying to. They shouldn't have called it the Mustang. Just called it something
No,
else.
yeah, like
But
horrible.
yeah. Anyway, so
But yeah, we want Honda to make the movie because yeah,
yep.
Hmm.
So next up, I don't think we mentioned this yet either. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I apologize, but Aniris Quinones, the voice actress, she was set up to voice
I feel like I met that girl.
Yorichi. You probably did. Yorichi and the new Bleach stuff.
Yeah.
But then they canceled, or they said she's not going to do it, and the voice went back to the original English voice actress, Wendy Lee. So there was like some controversy there because Kanodas announced on Twitter saying, I'm not going to be Yorichi anymore. Sorry, I was looking forward to directing this or to voicing this woman of color, but the studio decided to go in a different direction, which seemed classy to me. That's fine. She's a little sad about it, but she didn't throw anybody under the bus.
Yeah.
And then Wendy Lee brought her white ass up. It was like, I'm sorry, hold on.
She said a lot, and
She
made
said a
herself
lot,
sound
and then
stupid.
she came back and had to apologize. But she said something like, I have it here. Hold on one second.
Oh, this is tea. This is
Yeah.
piping.
So after Kenona said that, which, fair. Professional. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Then Wendy came out and was like, she implied in several posts, so multiple,
Oh my god.
in Kenona's tweet the following day that it was a scheduling error that led to Kenona's casting as Yorichi. These replies were made in response to the other voice actors who had replied to Kenona's with words of sympathy. Lee also implied on Twitter in a now deleted post that it was Viz Media's request to have her come back from the role in the anime's third part. And then she said, at some point she said to Kenona's, "That's just the business."
Damn.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah, but it was
yeah.
like,
So
damn, bitch, like.
I was watching it live when it was happening on Twitter, and
Oh wow.
she also did that white lady thing where she didn't necessarily say y'all are doing this because she black and y'all black, but she
Mhm.
did that
Yeah,
because that's what she felt. And then she put her apology underneath
I got the
Anna
apology here,
she
the
put it
original
underneath the
one.
announcement post.
Yeah. So like
Like
she
it's
was being
foul.
shady. Yeah, yeah. So like she said that. Well, she said all of that, and then her
Yeah.
apology says, "Wishing Aniris the best. I reached out and apologized. Mistakenly assumed my colleagues knew I originated the role and felt unsupported by the disappointment expressed in their comments. The recast change, which is what Marisa was just talking about. Apologies and heartfelt wishes to Aniris. Welcome to the cast." Because she's going to be voicing another character instead. But it's
Hmm.
like,
The damage
so
is done. Like, why would
yeah,
you? And the
yeah.
community is so
She's
small. Like,
just
it
trying to
didn't even
save
need to be
face
this.
because she realized because they probably came for her because she realized that now she's looking like a racist white lady.
She
Yeah,
is.
because
And then
like even if it like even that could all be true. It could all
mhm,
be Viz was like, we want you to come back, whatever. Like
mhm.
that could be true, but the optics are not good.
I think what happened was Viz did it so they were trying to get all of the characters of color have voice actors
Hmm.
of color match them, but then racist fans complained about it, and so they backtracked,
Oh, I can see
and
that.
so the whole thing is a mess. But you know who isn't a mess? Kanona is, because she was professional the whole time, and then even in response to that stupid ass apology, she says, "I'm not ready to talk." I'm
Ooh.
ready to move forward without acknowledging this, and like it's like all right.
She handled
Okay.
it with grace.
Yeah, she said her mama raised her better than that.
Right. It's like, I'm gonna address this, but I'm not gonna address this.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
don't
So
respect
shout
your
out.
apology.
Yeah,
She
She
said
a
she ain't
boss
dealing
for
with no
that.
blanquitas.
she pulled a Michelle Obama. She said, "I'm gonna take the high road because that bitch
Yeah.
took the low road."
Hell
So
yeah. Because that makes no sense. Like you can two things can be true. Like they can be sympathetic for her to not get the role, and then be happy for you to have the role. Like you just took an assumption and went way left
yeah,
with it.
just because they supported Kinona's getting it doesn't mean that they mad that like anything about you. They're just saying
Yeah.
congratulations, but
Yep.
like you mad because you lost your job to a black woman. Or sorry, she's black and Hispanic.
Yeah.
To a Latino woman, and here you are. You showed your ass, and now you're trying to whatever.
That should
So
have stayed in the group chat.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Should have
yeah.
stayed in the group chat.
Was you know what? She let them racist fans blow smoke up her ass, and she came out swinging.
Hmm.
That's what happens
Not
when you're a
realizing
70-year-old white woman.
You forget there's consequences.
Mm-hmm.
But
anime
yeah,
fans have a spectrum of color.
mm,
Ain't she
yeah. But
retirement age anyway? 70-something years old, still voice acting.
I don't know
Kind of put
how
a
old
bit.
she is. She could be. She could be freaking 38, looking like that. Anyway, uh,
Right. Well, good for
uh,
her. Good for her. Because I think I did meet her at one of the cons over the past couple of years. She's a really sweet girl. So like,
yeah,
I have nothing but positive vibes and phrases, everything for her. So
yeah.
hell yeah.
Let me know if we should cut this part. This is the Shibuya Award Mayor all but banned Halloween this year, but did it work? And we know that was the thing with like Keith, like they wanted to go to Halloween in Shibuya, but then like Japan really pushed that like oh well I guess Shibuya really pushed like no they came out and said no Halloween parties in Shibuya. And the motherfuckers went and did Halloween in Shibuya anyway. Like
Hmm.
Because how you gonna stop them? You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
mean,
like people were
they
literally
stopped it
flying in
before. They
for
stopped it
Halloween.
for the pandemic, but I think they were just putting it out there to keep tourists out. Like you said, this whole anti-tourist thing going on over there, which is their right, I guess. You
Yeah.
know, I understand.
I mean, Japan real tired of crazy white people, bro.
Yeah, like I get it. I get it.
Like
I'm
them
not
Navy
knocking
ninjas and Australians and shit.
look, I am not knocking it. It just definitely seemed like we gonna put this out there to keep them away, but y'all can do what you want to do.
Right.
And so, because we definitely like when I started seeing pictures of the Shibuya Halloween, I was like, it looks like normal. I thought they said they weren't, but I guess like it's how they worded it. Like we said parties, like there were no parties. People just came and did what they usually do and just stand around in costume. It's not
Mm-hmm.
technically a party. But we also know that if they really wanted to shut that shit down, they would because they did that in 2021.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
so
see what it is when you get off at Shibuya. Like if you come out the gate where the crosswalk is,
yeah, Scramble
if
Square.
if you hang a let me see, if you cross the crosswalk and hang a right, I think it's a right. You hit Love Hotel Hill, Dogenzaka, I think, and then if you cross through that, you get to the little area with all the clubs like Womb, Asia. There's some other
Mhm.
clubs that are like newer. So like you would have to come out there anyway off the train, and I'm sure those clubs weren't going to be closed down for their parties. So they still are going to have a flooded area of costumes. So you're like you said, like they
True.
probably said no parties in the street, but like they're not going to shut the train down and the taxis and the clubs.
But I feel like they knew what they were doing because we
Yeah.
know that if they wanted to shut it down, they would have, like they did
Mm-hmm.
with COVID. But I'm not knocking them because, like you said, I understand them tourists getting on their fucking nerves if they doing all this to try and slow it down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's definitely like a sideways way of doing it.
Right.
Uh,
Like,
so
I'm sure all the Japanese are like, huh, right.
yeah, it's like, oh, you shutting it down? What are you doing to shut it down? We just saying that we're shutting it down. We're not actually,
Right.
closing any gates or nothing. So they're like, oh, okay, I got you. Wink, wink, like, because that shit looked just like last year. The usual Halloween pictures in Shibuya. So
I want
I
to go to
saw,
Kyoto for Halloween one year because they have the yokai walk where
mhm,
everyone's dressed up like the old well, I don't want to say mythological because I don't know if it's from religion or not, but the old Japanese demons, like the ones that
yeah,
you see in
oh,
anime and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Tengu and
kind of
all
cool.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Prince Petty, they still found stuff to do out there. I can't
Yeah.
remember where they were on Halloween, but they looked like they had fun.
I think they were in
Mm-hmm.
Osaka.
Okay,
Fun
so
fact,
mm,
um, that Starbucks in Shibuya is closed right now.
oh wow.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Apparently, he was telling me that I guess somebody bought the building below it, so they're doing whatever to that building, and like Starbucks is closed until they figure out the new deal, since they're the upstairs part of that building.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so we don't know if it's going to get renovated or closed permanently or what.
Wait, this is crazy. I'm saying this. I've been in that Starbucks more than one time. I can't remember though. Wasn't there a bottom floor to it?
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
think it's like the
I think
building.
I think the Starbucks wasn't it like mostly upstairs?
I think it was mostly upstairs. Yeah.
Like the bottom wasn't exclusively Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
that's
So the new
crazy.
owner for like the building proper, I guess, is like having that
They're
contractual
probably like,
thing
how
going on
much
with
money y'all
Starbucks.
got?
Yeah, like how much y'all want Shibuya?
Hey, who
Right?
who 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 is so bold, bro? Because like
Right. Like that's
I
iconic.
enjoy that spot. Yes, I only use it once every decade, but hey, I enjoy that spot. I will fight that man.
Like,
So I want to
That's
come
like
back.
a place where I can always find it. Like you know how like you see some shit on TV, like, well, I've been there before. I can
Yeah,
yeah.
point it at Starbucks.
it's one of the things that rarely changes.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
anime, it's in movies, it's in TV. Like
it's
I've been to
iconic.
that Starbucks. I can always point it out.
I get
Same
what
thing with the
you're saying.
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's why when he mentioned it, I was like, nah, no way.
That's
Like,
crazy.
you see that when you come right off the train, like when you come out the train thing, it's like right there. It's like one of the first things you see. It's like Starbucks.
I'm willing to fight. I'm willing to fight. Because even in McDonald's, if you go upstairs to the second floor, you can look out into the crosswalk and see stuff. That's
Hmm.
where that's I don't know if I ever showed you the video, but that's where I caught a line of cars. It was an Audi R8 leading a line of Lamborghinis, and I was like, what is happening?
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah. Because even when we went back, when we were all together, we saw that Acura NSX, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What is it about this crosswalk?"
It's because
Like,
Han drifted there.
right? It's
In
like, let me
reading
bring up my
this,
supercar.
it says that the mayor was concerned that there would be a repeat or something similar that happened in Seoul the previous Halloween. Do
Yeah,
you remember that?
Korea.
Yeah, in Korea there was some shit on Halloween and like some people got trampled, including like an actor or a K-pop guy or something too. I now remember. So he's trying to say that it wasn't a tourism thing, anti-tourism thing. He was afraid of that happening since Shibuya is so a well-known Halloween spot. At least that's his story.
Yeah.
And they
That's
said
scary.
that it was less attendance than usual. I don't know how you gauge that because I think they were gauging it by like the how the businesses did, but
Oh, okay.
the pictures look like usual. So I don't know.
Maybe they had this like military drone hovering over, and they're like, oh, "Okay, there's patches. We good."
The
Could have been the train too.
cloud cover.
Oh, true. The train
Oh
too.
yeah, the
Yeah.
trains. Okay. Well, ain't nobody died, so
Maybe
we
we'll be okay to go do
we
it next year.
we did
I'm
it.
going. I got my
Uh,
costume ready.
so next up, Katakawa. I can never. I always say this shit backwards. No, I said it right.
You said
Usually I
it
say
right this time.
Kadokawa, but it's Kadokawa.
Yep.
Kadokawa aims to establish more wholly owned anime studios. They out here trying to be Microsoft and shit, buying up.
Buying up little guys.
Yeah. So I remember talking about this way back when on the podcast when they announced that they were going to do 40 anime a year. Like that was their aim was to do 40 anime a year. So part of how they're achieving that is by just buying up fucking studios. They already have, or at least they're the major owners of Engi. I don't know how you say that one, and Kinema Citrus. I know Kinema
Mm,
Citrus does Rising of Shield Hero and like Made in Abyss, and they're establishing Studio Kadan, and now they're looking to buy a few other ones, and they're adding Rising Bull, which is supposed to be like a high end studio, and they got like the director from Eureka 7, Edueka 7 on board with that. So
okay.
and they're trying to get more too. So they're at like 4, but they want more to so they can keep pumping out 40 Katakawa anime a year.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, it probably hurts the little guy's competition by doing that,
Well,
but I mean, there's business to be done, and it might make it more like streamlined. I guess I don't know.
the only thing I'm gonna say, I'm not even gonna complain about how much anime there is. The
Yeah,
only thing I'm
it's
gonna say is I need those motherfuckers to pay their people
yeah.
because you know them like mangaka, like their shit might be on fire. Like, oh, this is a great anime, and people are buying up and watching it, and them niggas still broke. So
Yeah,
Kadokawa definitely gives like big evil corporation vibes. So just pay your people.
right. Treat them right.
That'd be nice.
Especially if they're bringing in that high end studio, because like something tells me if they're a high end studio, they get paid well. So
I'd assume, but Mappa, remember Mappa?
yeah. Fair.
I we don't. I mean, we haven't heard anything since the Mappa controversy. So we could assume it got better,
Mhm.
or they
well, well,
they
no, yeah, you're right. You're right.
they found a leak and they
They found the leak and
So
they give everybody hush money.
yeah.
as far as we know, the Mappa thing got better, but then the fans just messed up the one artist by shitting on the episode he did of JJK.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear about that.
I mean, I can't read Japanese, but like the translation was like, "I've been busting my ass, and this is the things I get. Fuck y'all, motherfuckers. I tried my hardest. Ah,
I think I kind of remember something about that. Like he
That's
posted
what
that
the
on Twitter or
person
something.
said.
yeah." Like he was like distraught because it was like one little thing that didn't look good to somebody, and they ran with it.
That's crazy.
And I don't even know what it was because like maybe I don't know if my like long time of watching anime makes it different for me where I don't see small shit like that. But that the whole thing since episode one has been pretty crisp. So like I can deal with one or two things that aren't as crisp.
And some of
Sometimes
the
when it's not crisp, I still think it's on purpose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's some people's entire style and aesthetic. Like
Hmm.
what's his name? Iwata. Like that's his whole thing is messy looking animation, but that should still be beautiful to me. Well,
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I was like, maybe it was a scene that was like they were moving fast or something. So like it wasn't crisp, but like okay. Because
yeah.
that's not the
There's
intention.
there's a whole thing about how you can experiment and do weird shit when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's why, like you said, you might think it's on purpose sometimes. If everything else has been consistent and great, and there's a thing that looks weird, I'm going to
Mhm.
assume it's on purpose because
Yeah.
the artist clearly knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
So they showed this man and like not knowing it was him, they just showed in the episode, and he was like, "Hey, I'm the guy y'all hate. Fuck you."
I respect the energy.
Right.
Yeah,
Let them know.
hope
This is the
dude's
next
okay
episode
because you
too.
know.
Because you fucking weebs can kiss both sides of my ass.
Y'all still watching that shit?
I'm
All
gonna find
right.
his name for next episode so we can shout him out. He deserves some love.
Oh yeah.
And last thing I got is Crunchyroll got the license for the Spy Family Code White film for theaters next year. It feels so weird saying that because like we used to say in Funimation,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay, that's what sounded weird.
Funimation bought Crunchyroll. Well, I mean, Sony did, but bought Crunchyroll, but then they chose to go with the Crunchyroll title when Funimation was already doing the movies, and it just
So we're
feels
not
odd.
gonna get the Funimation intro in the movie.
Oh
It's
no,
gonna be like a throwback.
Funimation logo gone. That boom dunk, like all that is
Yeah.
gone. Like they done killed the brand.
It's the end of an era.
I mean, it's still they still got the app going though, even though they said they were shutting it down. It's still there taking people money, but that's the only thing left. Everything is branded Crunchyroll now.
That's crazy.
Just I don't know.
It's
Maybe I
just
need to leave it
sad.
alone, but it just feels so weird that like that was the bigger brand, the bigger name, the more significant name to me. Yes, Crunchyroll had the bigger streaming platform, but in terms of like anime pantheon, like the zeitgeist, like it's Funimation brought it to the US in like
Yeah.
at least in that significant, of a whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone. Rest in peace,
Like
Funimation.
they could have at least made it like one had dub, one had sub or
Facts.
something. They could have
Yeah,
found some type of
like
way to like
I I
split it up.
I get combining them, but still like just completely getting rid of the name is weird. And not even saying that they could have gotten rid of the Crunchyroll name because that's kind of it holds its weight too. But like, yeah, they could have still called the company Funimation and put that in front of the shows and whatnot, and just the platform still be called Crunchyroll platform. But whatever. I don't know. I'm just being nostalgic, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
No, I
I'll let
get
it
it
go.
though. Like the branding to your point was just so good for Funimation. Like it's like you just
Yeah,
threw that all away. Like
yeah. I'm not
that's
going to say
crazy.
like I feel bad for Gen Fukunaga because that motherfucker is dumb rich at this point. But you know, it would have been nice to see his baby continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got for news.
Damn. RP Funimation.
Uh,
That's rough.
Yeah. So what have we been watching so far for this fall season?
I got 3 episodes in on Pluto. I'm absolutely loving it. But that's all I got. I don't really want to talk about it yet. It's still setting things up. 2 episodes in on JJK. So I got to the Nanami hair grab, and
Okay.
that's all I got. I'm currently pushing forward through. Actually, I'll finish it after we finish this. Probably the spring season core of Doctor Stone. So I'd be ready to start this season's core,
Okay.
the second half of the season 3 New World. But technically, so far, all I've got is those 5 episodes from those 2 shows. So I'm about out.
I
Let's see. Oh,
did you
you
watch
go ahead.
Pluto yet? Just to Mauricio.
Yeah. I didn't finish it yet because
How far are you?
uh,
Say the episode. Don't say what's happening.
no, I don't even. I want to say it's 2. It might be 3. It
How
might be
Okay.
3.
how many of the super robots have you seen?
I've been
I'll tell
9.
you. I'll
That's
tell you
actually
this.
kind of a hard question because
Tell me. Tell me what you saw last, because I don't care if it gets spoiled on this part, because I won't
That's a
know
fair
anyway.
point. I
I
mean,
met Epsilon.
Who that?
Okay, so
So
he
you already seen the old man?
did you see what is his name, North Number 2 with
oh,
the episode with he was the butler robot and he used to be a
Okay.
war robot. The one
Yeah, I know for
episode
sure I saw
after
that.
that is where I left off.
Okay, because I know for
So we
sure I
met
saw.
Hercules and forgot what the other dude's name is, and then we met Epsilon.
Okay, so is North number 2 a super robot?
Yeah,
yeah,
he's one of the 7.
7.
Ah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Mont Blanc, North Number 2. I think it's North Number 2. I might be saying the wrong fucking name.
That sounds right.
Uh, and like some of them you meet and you don't know that they're one of them yet. So I don't want to say them all. But
I mean, I know the cop is right.
I mean, yeah, they eventually say that he is, but they don't say that until like the 3rd episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wait. So I saw the Beethoven man in
Yeah.
North number 2. Does the cop go to meet a robot that's underground that's talking shit? And
Yeah.
he's like, "Let's trade memory
Yeah,
cards."
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's where I had to stop because I had to go
Okay.
and I didn't want to miss it.
Okay. Yeah. So you
I've
haven't
been trying
gotten
to wait till I have
Epsilon yet.
time.
But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. I like it because it gives me that old
You
school
definitely can't
feel.
be watching and playing on your phone though.
No, that's why I
Yeah.
haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't
You gotta
had
give
time
it
to sit
time.
down. It storyline wise, it gives me that old school feel of
Mm-hmm.
when anime might be just like a OVA for like 5 episodes and there was a deep story to it.
Mhm.
Like it's not a bunch of bullshit or a bunch of just like random stuff happening. Yeah, it's so far it seems really good.
If you've seen Monster, it feels like Monster. I think I
Mm.
said it. I can't remember who I said it to. It feels like Monster. It's because the dude who wrote Monster,
Oh, that
Naoki
makes sense.
Urasawa. I hope I didn't mess up his name. It feels like Monster, but it's Astro Boy, and it's like my brain is like still trying to wrap my mind around that.
Did you
But
say
it's
Astro Boy story?
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah. So the dude who wrote Monster, who's known for these like adult stories, took a chunk of Astro Boy and reimagined it in his way.
Hey yo, what?
Yeah,
that's
that's
like in
why
a
it's
dark way. Yeah,
yeah.
So did
So
Astro Boy come to the end and save the day or some shit?
you already saw
we
him.
don't know.
I mean, but he's already in the show at this point. As like you
He's the
already met
characters in the
him.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've already met him.
Was he a boy?
Yeah, he literally pops up at the end of the first
yeah.
episode, and so you're in episode 2, I think, because you were with North Number 2, and the dude went underground and talked to the robot talking shit.
Does he look like Astro Boy?
Yeah, he looks like
Yeah,
him.
he does.
Yeah, he pops up like the episode 1 ends on his face.
I think his name's Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah.
Bro, I was so not in the Astro Boy mindset. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
like
can
he
still be
doesn't
like
he's
that.
not in his usual like, red boots, but yeah. He looks like him though
Crazy.
when you think about it.
Now I gotta go back and watch it.
But yeah, this is definitely one. I finished it in one sitting because I was sick, and I
Jesus
was like,
Christ.
I know it was, but it didn't feel like it was
It's like
long.
8 movies.
But it was worth it. Like it was like I started it in the morning, like I finished it at night. I was just like, this was amazing. I was like watching a bunch of movies back to back. It was
That's
just
a
like
testament because man, I'd be having breaks. Like I remember I'd take a break halfway through episode 3 because it was just heavy. And I was like, let me
it's a lot of to your point, like it's a lot of story. Like nothing
yeah.
feels like it's wasteful. Like
Yeah,
everything's
everything matters.
important.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah,
And I knew that,
everything
so I didn't
matters.
wanna, like, I started to, like, zone out, and I was like, "Let me pause it for a bit." Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes you on this like roller coaster journey of like you think you know what's going on, but you don't because like you
Mhm.
just don't know how the pieces of the puzzle fit yet.
Yeah, I
Like
just
because it,
got to a part where they introduced another character and a whole other angle that's
hmm
going on, and I'm like, "Oh, man." So,
I
yeah.
like
thought I thought the cop was gonna break the robot commandments when that man told him that he threw away the body. I was like, "Hey yo, do you know you're
Giz
talking to
Gizek
another robot?"
Gizek, right? That's his name?
yeah,
Gizike?
Oh, Geist, like Geist or something.
Guys, it it's 2 syllables, I know that.
it's like
Well,
Gazike or
it's
something like that.
German, but they're saying it Japanese.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, well, in the English, they're pronouncing it the German way, but it's
Damn, you know
still
what? I am watching it in English.
yeah, but it's still I mean, I wasn't even about to watch it in Japanese, I ain't gonna lie.
No, I mean, but like,
Yeah.
I think it started in English. Like, I just left it because it was already in English.
Mhm.
But for some reason,
Oh, you didn't even think about it? Yeah.
his name sounded Japanese,
It
German, like sounded German
the
pronounced back to
way they
Japan.
say it is the way it's supposed to be said. I know that because when I read about it, I was like, "How the fuck do I say this name?" So I looked it up, and that they're saying it the right way. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's
I
been a
can't
full
say
week for
it the
me.
right way.
When we come back, I'll be ready.
But
Yeah,
yeah, it's I think because since you start the story with him and it's kind of him trying to like solve like a murder or like the case or whatever. Like the whole show gives this like detective-esque kind of like feel where you're like
yeah.
finding new pieces to the puzzle and like learning more about the story, people's motivations. Like it's really solid. Like arguably one of the best shows of the year already. So
It's wild that the
I'm
robots are
excited,
married.
yeah. Like the
but
ending threw
like
me off too, so just to
I
put
got
that
a
out
whole
there.
lot of philosophical stuff that I was already thinking about because of just the AI conversation going on, and then the movie The Creator, and then
Mm.
watching this,
I
and
got to
like,
watch that.
but I'll save that for a later episode.
Think about that. Think about that while you're watching it for sure. But
I want some
yeah, and
cyborg
then
legs.
what'd you say?
I want cyborg legs.
Hi. Anyway, so
Like whenever like I get old and my knees stop working.
Only while if he got him, but he ran like he does in the GIF that Desi made, the gift that Desi made.
Hey, as long as they work,
You're right.
he's funny as hell.
I'm willing to take like cyborg everything as long as I have my mind still.
Mm.
Like put my brain in some juice. Like put my brain in Kool Aid and put me on a robot body. Ghost in the shell.
Like Brainiac? Like,
Yeah, but like you know, military grade. So I watched Pluto, JJK, keeping up with what I expect. Shield Hero, way better than season two.
That's
Uh,
good to hear because I was mad at season 2. I was like, I don't give a shit about any. How did I go from like being hype about a show to not giving a shit at all? And I feel like I
Facts.
only watched because I started I got the Shield Hero late, so it was
hmm
like either last year or the beginning of this year was when I watched the first season. And I got to the second
Hmm.
season, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, third
Yeah,
season's
it's
definitely giving us something to at least somewhat be curious about. So
That's
oh
good to
yeah.
hear.
Kingdom of Ruin, exceeding expectations, but I don't mean that as in like it's like a masterpiece or nothing. But I went in with nothing, and it's better than what I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Um,
it like you didn't know it was coming, kind of deal. 'Cause I'll give the
yeah,
yeah,
show a shot. I mean, I haven't
the
started it,
plot
but that's
the
how I
plot's already got you taking turns left and right, so you really kind of don't have a feel of what is going on. Like you have an idea of forces, but like you just kind of don't know what the end product might be. Like you're just kind of
yeah,
like following the ride of the main character at this point.
yeah. Like yeah, I have no
So yeah,
have
like
no
you just don't
idea.
know. You're just like, oh, okay, damn, all right,
I don't know what's supposed to happen. Tokyo Revengers.
bruh, bruh.
Yeah, yeah. I think I missed the last episode because I think Hulu didn't load it to say continue watching.
Yeah.
So I thought it
I
wasn't
hate
ready
when that
yet.
happens. I was
Yeah,
watching Heavenly Delusions, Tengoku Daimakyo, and
hmm
it did a like it skipped me from 11 to 13.
yeah.
I was like, hold up.
Well,
I really thought I had missed something because some people talking
so
about it on Twitter.
what happened is it happened to me too. I think what it does is if you're watching it in dub, it won't play the sub episode that's next. It'll just say it's
Oh,
done.
yeah, it does that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if that happened to you, that's what happened to me. I was like, I swear there's another
Oh, I'm
episode.
done. Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah, I
makes
forgot it
sense.
does do that.
But yeah,
Um.
Tokyo Revengers, it's getting we in it right now. We in it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Like
Hmm.
Uh.
I need to
the
start
thing that
it
happened
back.
is like, damn, I need the next
Yeah.
episode yesterday.
I'm gonna have to watch it tomorrow because I know what happened because it got spoiled by mistake, but also I kind of knew it was gonna happen,
I
so I'm
hate that I
hyped.
got spoiled for
Yeah,
you. I hate that.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. You know I'm avoiding spoilers, but I'm going to give you permission to spoil something for me on one condition. Is the spoiler Takamichi learns how to fight? Hold on, no,
No,
no, that's y'all took too long.
it's not.
Okay, never mind. Okay,
Maybe his
I was
spirit.
making a joke, but I was like, hold up.
I mean, he wants to. So
You
I
want?
mean,
All right.
that's the
Well,
whole
Oh,
that's the whole show.
so
yeah, that's the
speaking
whole
of
show.
fighting, these aren't anime, but comic shit. Invincible started.
Oh,
Episode one
true.
came out.
Oh, I forgot.
Um, and
God,
then you get
spoil
a,
shit.
and if you let it play to the very end
Hmm.
and don't stop it, you get a sneak peek. Well, not really a sneak peek. You get a preview episode of a series about Adam Eve. Um, her backstory might rival his. Honestly, her
Yeah,
episode was
I
great.
watched it. Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Is it a?
And,
She's getting her own episode or her own show?
Her whole show. It looks like.
Oh wow.
And then what you call it? The boys Gen 5 just finished.
Oh, Gen
Um,
V.
Gen V,
yeah.
yeah,
It's like Gen 5.
Gen 5.
I didn't even
Yes,
start that one yet. I'm behind on Gen V. I didn't start Loki. I watched the first episode of Ahsoka. Yeah,
it's
The first?
just for this one episode.
hey man, you got
Yeah,
stuff, you got life. But
it's drowning.
Gen V is good. You'll like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, Gen V's just the boys. I mean, that's just a good way of putting it. It's just
It's
more the boys.
it's like the boys, but innocent because there's not 15 years of pent up rage
True.
in
They're kids.
Homelander. Yeah, I mean it's not innocent because it's the boys.
Yeah,
But the personalities, like the intentions of the heroes and I don't mean soups, I just mean heroes of the show
Yeah.
are pure because, they're still only like 19. They don't have any pent up anger.
I got you.
Mm-hmm. That's good though.
Okay. Is that everything you watched?
I think so. I can't remember what else I've been looking at. I think that's it.
Okay. So I started Apothecary Diaries, and it's exactly what we thought it was. So I'm happy to see
Okay,
that. Been
I see the
enjoying
dub's
that
about to
one.
start.
Oh, true. About to rewatch it then, because it's definitely it feels like a new episode.
I
It's
might
like
keep
Law and
up with
Order
the
kind of.
dub. Oh, like
Like
episodic.
yeah, it's like episodic. Like there's a plot because obviously she's doing stuff, but it seems like everything's like a new case kind of thing. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, that might be like
Um,
the back burner chill anime
yeah.
ish. Yeah.
And then what else? What else? What else? The inexperience and the experience one. There's I don't want to say a twist, but like there's like a new development in it, and I really like it because I wasn't expecting them to do what they did, and I feel like it gives it another dimension to the show. So I'm curious how far they take it and how important it is because I don't know, it's curious. If they're giving me more dimension to the show than I was expecting to get from what the first episode was. So unfortunately, it's keeping me entertained. I was not expecting that in
You
the
said
first half. I'm not
unfortunate.
gonna hold you. I was like, damn it. The 100 girlfriends thing is hilarious. Pretty sure I can say something that happened in it because it's not going to be like a spoiler to y'all. The one of the newest girlfriends is like she don't talk.
Oh no.
Bruh.
She quotes like books, like quotes, like she knows the page and everything. So it's like she talks in book quotes.
That's
I was
funny.
I
like,
love it.
that's super cute and nerdy. That's funny as shit. So that's what's been going on with that. He's got a new girlfriend. There's 3 now. Yeah, I'm trying to remember everything I watched.
That beats talking in food names. Benito flakes.
Oh yeah, JJK.
Samurai.
We talked about that one, and then Dr. Stone. That's been pretty good. I think we're right now at like the apex moment for the season potentially because of all the things that are playing right now. So the next couple of episodes are probably going to be like the what happens, like the result. Since they've done their planning, they've done their, initial phases. So now it's like the reaction or the action part. So the next couple of episodes are going to be pretty important for that. And yeah, for the rest of the ones that I forgot, we can pick it back up next week because I'll write a list.
Nice.
All right.
But yeah, anybody want to shout out the handles and everything?
I got the same handles on everything, but also go follow Brotaku Black on everything.
True.
Yes.
Obviously.
So you said you got the same handles. Okay.
Same handles on the court that I do on social media.
All right.
Don't get balled up. You know what I'm saying?
You can follow me on My Anime List, Letterboxd, and Blue Sky at Tifron. And check out my movie podcast, Secret Group of Brown Kids at the Movies. Same places you can find Brotaku Block.
Definitely check that one out. They had a horror season. They did some of my favorite movies, like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
We do 5 horror movies in October.
Yep. So they put in the work. So check them out. And then you can follow me, Gym Leader Brock, on Instagram. I use that the most. So just hit me up. But yeah,
you can follow
thanks
Prince
again.
Petty down a dark alley in Tokyo.
I'm dead, actually.
On that note, bye.
Bye.
Yo!